Hello, beautiful people. Are you tired of the constant grind, trying to make your business work without seeing the results you deserve? Imagine a world where you can create consistent, predictable income with just 30 minutes a day. Join us for an exclusive webinar where Sean Donahoe will reveal the TrendFlow Formula Masterclass, a revolutionary AI-enhanced system that can transform your financial future. Now, let's see what our esteemed presenter will share about the masterclass.
No sales, no marketing, no funnels. It's a very unconventional system that turned 10K into $4.1 million without all the headaches and hassles of conventional businesses. And when you learn this skill, you'll never have to worry about money again. Now, we're going to dive right in, like I said, because I know a lot of people are still coming in, but I want to be very cognizant of your time. So here's what you can expect out of this training. You will not walk away and make 10K next week. This isn't some sort of get-rich-quick scheme or anything like that. You will discover one of the fastest and easiest, most powerful ways to generate consistent and predictable income, and you will discover how you can do this regardless of what's happening in the world and regardless of experience, okay? Now, on top of that, you will learn how to do this without staring at the screen all day, because it takes me about 30 minutes a day when I'm having my morning coffee. And you will see real results from real students following these simple, proven set of easy-to-follow skills. And yes, we're going to share all of that with you here on the training. So let me start off by asking you a question. If I could show you a system that now uses real AI, not some sort of chat GPT wrapper, this is real machine learning that turned 10K into $4.1 million in just 3 years, doing this one thing 20 times, and it's the exact system that allowed me to retire in paradise in only 30 minutes a day before I finish my morning coffee, without product selling, without traffic, customers, and all the BS and hassles of other businesses. Something that is not only recession and president-proof in the face of the coming economic collapse and chaos, and it's also something that will allow you to build real wealth without worry, create security and comfort and peace of mind with one skill that, when mastered, means you'll never worry about money again. Would you be interested? Well, I'm assuming the answer is yes, because you're here. So, what we're about to cover is like nothing you've ever seen before. And if there's a better, faster, or easier way to build a real online income, I haven't found it. So here's what I do every single day, every single morning. I look to see if a certain thing has happened while I'm having my morning coffee. And if this thing has happened, I deploy a process that generates a profit. And if I'm right, I wait until the process is done and lock in the profit. And I'm right about 75% of the time. And that's it. And I rinse and repeat that every day. Okay? Now, when compared to other income streams, with what we're about to show you, can do this without any special skills or experience, without products or services, like we mentioned, without selling anything, without having an audience, building traffic, or building a website or a funnel, without life, they're going up, down, or sideways, who says what, which president, or what's going on in the election that's coming up. In other words, it doesn't matter what the economy is doing. There's money everywhere. So here's the other reason. Like I've said, you don't need to build websites and funnels, no writing copy, driving how, all the different hats that entrepreneurs have and all the skills that entrepreneurs have to have. You don't need that. You only need to be good at one thing. And as you'll see, it's pretty easy to learn. Now, everything I do is based around time efficiency. I'm here. I was fully retired. We'll talk about that later, but I'm actually semi-retired, but I like to have the whole day for myself if I want to. So this only takes 30 minutes a day. I designed this approach to be time efficient for me, and that's what I teach all my students as well. So in 30 minutes a day, you can potentially earn way more than you ever did with a job. Now, here's the other thing, and I think this one's the most important. If you do what I do, you'll get the results I get. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I know a lot of people in the education space, and they are very good at what they do, but when they try and teach it to the students don't get the same results. Well, in trading, and certainly with what I do, here's the thing. You can't teach experience. experience. Okay, that's the missing factor. But I follow a very algorithmic, rule-based system, if you will, checkbox system. If this, then that. So if we're looking at the same data, we're following the same rules, and for example, this thing happens here at this point. Very simplification, but if we're following the same rules, we execute the same data, and we get out at the same time because we're following the rules, we're going to have the same results. Now, the numbers, for me, obviously may be much bigger. I'm doing this for 25 years. And this is the cool thing, is it doesn't matter where you are right now. If you're starting small and want to scale over time, if you want to practice, and you can do so risk-free, we'll talk about that later. The cool thing is that this means you can get started even if you've never done this before and skip many, many years of required experience. So this makes it so much more powerful. Now, there's two types of people who teach trading. The 20-something that, hey, good in front of the camera, live in their mama's basement on TikTok and all the rest of that. And let's face it, most of them are outright scams, and they're not really traders. They're people who are good on video. Oh, trading is this impossible enigma, like, some sort of Rubik's Cube that just can't be figured out. It's really actually very simple when you break it down, and that's one of my superpowers. But all you need really is the ability to follow instructions, coupled with a business-like approach and a little bit of determination and perseverance and focus. Okay? So what is the strategy? Let's give the 30,000-foot view. We look at 4 to 10 cryptos. Okay, so I trade not only stocks and options, I also trade cryptos, which is great for most people because this is a 24/7, 365 market, and it's accessible to most people in the world, and you can start very small and scale up over time. So that's why we're focusing on this. But a lot of what I do and I'm talking about can be applied to any other asset as well. We wait for one pattern, one thing to happen. It's very easy to do. We've even got kids doing this right now and people who've never traded. Then we place a trade, okay? We decide how much we want to, take and place on the trade, how much profit we want, and we set that up. And you can actually do this 100% risk-free to practice with paper trading. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So when it hits our target, we get out for a profit. Is there any more meat on the bone, so to speak, and maybe a little more profit? That's it. That's all we do. And then we rinse and repeat. And we can stack trades. We can have multiple profit packages working at the same time as they present themselves. And congratulations, you do that. You have a profitable online business without all the BS. Okay? Now, this really, and what we're talking about here is the TrendFlow formula. And it's really a shortcut to wealth without worry. Now, one of the core things we need to cover is the 4 rules of rebel trading. This is kind of like my mantra, if you will. This allows you to maximize profit and, more importantly, minimize risk. So, rule number 1, this isn't Vegas. We don't gamble. We bring a business-like approach to everything. This is a process with an expected profit. We are not going to Vegas throwing it all on red. That's not what trading is about. We leave that for the amateurs who want to lose their money. Here's the other thing. We don't expect to become, like Babe Ruth swinging to the outfield and everything else with a home run. By the way, I'm not very good at sports metaphors, so don't expect much there. That's about the limit of my sports metaphor library. But we're not swinging for the fences trying to get wealthy on every single trade. What we want is consistency. Profit over time that builds continuously, that's the key. Now, you will sometimes lose, and it's okay. We have a 75% win rate with what we do, and that means our winners oftentimes are greater than our losers. That's key. That's important. But you will occasionally lose. And progress creates success and profits. Here's the thing. You're not going to be a master overnight. That does take time. You will learn a strategy. Applying it consistently is the key. You hear me say that word a lot because it's so true. So you will, over time, master this strategy, get better and better, And by doing so, your profits will increase, be more consistent, be more predictable. But there is a learning curve, obviously, but we try and simplify a lot of that. So $1,000, and we're risking $100 per trade with an expected gain of 200. That's our risking 100 to make 200. If we pick it wrong, it hits our stop loss, we lose 100. If we're right, goes to 200. Yay, great. And this particular trade actually worked out. Good. So yeah, we won, great. So just using that small example, let's imagine that we're not very good. In fact, we're wrong more often than we're right. That means for every 2 trades you get right, you get 3 more wrong. You trade twice a day, 60 trades a month, and we start with, say, $5,000, risking, again, $100 per trade, which means we win $200 when we win. So how does that play out? Well, let's just use week 1 as an example. So here's week 1, 5 trades, 2 wins, 3 losses, okay? So the profit so far is $100. We won 2 lots of 200, lost 300, okay? Week 2, up to $200. Week 3, profit so far $300. And let's just jump to the end of the month. 60 trades, that's $1,200 in profit. Now, let's just take a step. We started with $5,000. We risked $100 per trade. We were wrong more often than we were right, and still made $1,200 in profit for the month. Not bad, 24%. But it doesn't end there. Einstein said compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, okay? He who understands it earns it, he who doesn't pays it. So what if we take our profits and reinvest? So this is the key to scale over time. This is actually one of my biggest secrets. You see, instead of $5,000, we now have $6,000 to invest. 24% more capital means we can risk 24% more. So instead of $100 a trade, we can now risk $124 a trade. And with a 1-to-2 risk ratio, that means if we're right, we're earning $248 per trade. Okay? So let's have a look at month 2. Starting off the same, 2 wins, 3 losses. Okay? So profit so far for week 1 of month 2 is $124. Week 2, $248, and so on and so forth, 2019. So this is a Coinly tax report, okay? You can see, grew that to $71,063, okay? And there's a Kraken statement as well. So you can see that there. So total at the end was $96,000. The total gain, $71,000, okay? See that right there, okay? Now, the average per month was 14% growth. That's $71,000. Now, that wasn't as, not quite as well as 5K into 66K in that year, but I kept at it. So in 2020, things accelerated dramatically. So you can see here, I turned that into 651,594. Just want to read that number there. You can see that right there. I took out $500,000 and put it in my pocket, and then kept trading the rest. And that was an average monthly return of 18.66. Now, just keep in mind, the stock market for the last 90 years has averaged 10% returns. Mutual funds and hedge funds, they average about 12% per year. We're doing 18% per month. This is the power of being in control of your own destiny. So 2021, yeah, things got even further. I was staying at it and kept at it. And as you can see here, 1.5 million in gains, took out 1.25 million, put it in my pocket, and boom, kept on rocking. So I'm already just taking out big chunks of cash and putting it in my pocket. And that's 1.57 million in gains and an average of 21.68 per month percentage. 2022, yeah, things went a little crazy. Again, added an extra 958,000, took out $1 million. Now, full disclosure, that was only part of the year, because I forgot to actually pull the report for the rest of it. At the time I was doing this, it was 2022, pulled that report, and I haven't updated it. Needed to. But I just want to be full transparent here. That's part of that year. Okay, so that's 958K in 8 months, 1 million taken out and put in my pocket, and 21.21% per month on average. What about 2023 and 2024? Okay, so here you can see another total gains, 1.48 million, and then this one 1.9 million. So that's a total of 3.4 million from doing this one thing repeatedly on one account. Of course, I have multiple, up 9%. Thanks for mentioning one today. Hey, I made 3K on that trade, and so on and so forth. Hey, 5K. Here's another one, 400%, 400%, and so on and so forth. I mean, Kristen here, 80% win rate. Alan, who quit, basically retired with doing this continuously, never worrying about making money again, and so on and so forth. We had Frank here, 4 to 8% per week returns. And I could go on all day with these. We're going to lay the foundation of strategy and profits. You're going to discover the 24/7 advantage of trading crypto, how to start small, grow big, minimal investment, maximum growth, minimizing risk. Set up the tools for fast track starting and success. Achieve long-term profits and consistency with predictability and what we call a production line process. And how to master the one skill to eliminate money worries forever. Okay, and then we'll also introduce the full TrendFlow system and approach. Day 2, you're going to show you how to spot the one pattern that triggers profitable trades. Okay, identify the top 10 cryptocurrencies for optimal trading, how to decode crypto charts for pinpoint entry and exits, how to practice risk-free, how to actually paper trade with virtual funds. We're going to give you a virtual $100,000 to start, okay, to practice your business. We're going to show you how the Rebel strategy works. We'll do a deep dive into that for consistent income and make massive profits from small market moves. Now, with that being said, on day 3, we're going to bring this down to what we call the 30-minute coffee trader routine. If you don't drink coffee, it's okay. It's just a name. Could be tea, could be matcha, could be whatever you like. Hell, it could be a gin and tonic. You do you, okay? But this is how to implement the 30-minute strategy and routine. Streamline trading with a production line process, scale your trading efforts, boost your profits, build a sustainable, profitable trading business, and how you can structure this and build this around your existing ventures. This is where the money and the daily income comes in with your new online business. And then, we're not done there. We're adding 2 awesome bonus days. So while it's a 3 days of core training, guess what? We're going to extend it to 5. See, bonus day 4 is where the next steps and acceleration come in. We're going to show you how to master techniques for quick market reactions and profits. The AI-powered Rebel Crypto Trader System, we'll be talking about this in the first 3 days. Actually, I think day 3. I'm going to show you how this all works and how we bring machine learning into everything, which 10x my profits, by the way. When we started doing this, holy crap. Okay, so how to get more profits from the markets consistently, how to unlock the secret of what we call the hive for accelerated success, amplify your profits with advanced undisclosed strategies, and ensure long-term success with our VIP concierge. We'll talk all about that. This is the most powerful session of all of them. It's very critical that you're on that one. Now, bonus day 5. This is where you can ask me anything. We're going to do a full Q&A of everything we've covered. So you can, we're also going to be giving away $1,000 during this masterclass. So there's a code in every session. We're going to, on day 5, show you how to enter that and win that, okay? We're going to then uncover insider strategies, talk about little tweaks for maximum success, other things you can do, recap all the sessions to create your personal game plan, and also get live feedback and optimize your trading results. We might even do some trade analysis of what you're doing and everything else, course corrections. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. Okay, plus we have some amazing extra bonuses. Not only do you get the live 3-day TrendFlow Formula Masterclass, the 2 bonus days of training. You also get a private TrendFlow Formula Facebook group. We're going to do everything inside this community. You'll get transcripts of each session so you can review them, cliff note guides for each session, Ask Me Anything bonus session, which I just mentioned, and additional seats. So if you want to do this with your partner or your spouse, business partner, or I even have some people who are teaching their kids this, we're going to give you an extra seat as well. So also, you'll get 24-hour replay access. So this is very important. I want to stop for a second here. During this live masterclass, we want to keep the momentum going. We don't want anyone falling behind. So we're going to give you 24 hours access to the previous session. However, once that 24 hours is up, that replay is gone. Now we're going to give you away. There's a VIP package that we're going to offer as well, which allows you to get longer access to those. But again, for the core training and everything else, 24 hours, which is more than enough. You've got to find an hour in a day while we're doing this to watch if you can't be there live. Okay? It's as simple as that. That's 24 hours in a day, big time. All right, so that's a total market value of $2,876. But if you go to that link you see below, you can get started right now for a very limited time for just $99. And there are payment options and installment options as well. But again, I'm here to help us.